Hey guys, selling my 2006 650R Ninja. Let's check out the miles, and then I'm going to go over this huge list of upgrades I've done to it that you're going to get for free, because I'm not going to charge more for that. But if I turn the bike on, and let's see, mode, clock, 21,000 miles, 2036. Let's turn it on so you can hear that first, and then I'll go into it. Oops, sorry, I need to put it in neutral. Okay, put it in neutral and start. So, So that's the bike. The exhaust, I find it not too loud at all. It is not like a Harley, but it has a great sound to it, a nice deep sound, and it's a great exhaust. It's not too loud when you're cruising, it's fine, but it lets people know you're there. So starting with that, that's the Yoshimura TRC exhaust slip-on for $386. I'm including that. That comes with the slip-on, or the silencer, if you want to make it more quiet. You put this in it and it'll make it more quiet if you like that. Comes with it. Just another quick shot of that. The next thing we have is the Bike Viz Creed LED aux headlights. These are very important. Hold on. These things in the front will light up more than your own headlight. They point them out slightly so oncoming traffic will see you from the left and right. It's very important. Also deer, whatever, it's just great for lighting up the road. Very powerful. Some of the best lights you can get for a sport bike. They're extremely bright. Those are $90. Next we have brand new Michelin, let's see, brand new Michelin Pilot Road 4s. These have 4 different layers of rubber in here. So it's denser here and softer here. So the more you turn, it grips, and it's go long distance here. Excellent tire. Brand, like, this is an expensive tire. These go for $143 for the front and $180 for the back. Next we have the Scorpio R-Link SRI 1100. This is still today, it costs $332. This thing is already installed. You would just have to you know, give them your card information. What it does, it's a GPS. If someone moves this bike, it will track it for you. You can send it to the police. If someone knocks it, it'll set off an alarm. If you can even set it so if someone walks too close to it, it'll chirp and tell them to get away from it. Very important if you're planning on keeping it on the streets in any urban area at any time. Track your bike via your phone. Look at where you parked it via your phone. Like $10 a month, and you got all of that. It's very important, and it also initiates the front and back headlights. Oh, and by the way, all of these prices are current as of 2017 April 11, so you can check them yourself. I installed a what's called a tap cap. This thing, if you want to run your GPS to your front of your handlebars, how do you do it in the rain? So it allows you to use your GPS or your phone in the rain while connected to the power source. So that is something that is very hard to find. I have it here for you. You just hook it up, and it's a little, as you can see, a USB. You put your phone into it. Very smart thing to have. All right, next we have an integrated taillight for $40. Instead of ugly things sticking off to the side, it's all contained in here. So it'll blink this way or this way, and it's a nice, sleek profile right there. So if you take this big thing off the back, this trunk, you'll just have this nice little tail package, very put together. Oh, with LEDs. That costs $40. I have upgraded clutch springs in here. That's about $80. It's told to increase the performance of this bike, of the clutch, basically just making it easier to use it in urban roads and engage quicker and better between gears. I have an RNG frame slider mount. This thing I custom installed. You just buy these things that screw onto the side so they stick out to protect the frame if it falls over. Those things you can buy separately for, I don't know, maybe $50 each or something, but this piece, these pieces on either side of the frame The whole kit's about over 100, so this I would say 100, and it's already installed for you. Okay, let's get into the Givey case. I bought the one I thought looks the best on the bike. It's got a nice profile to it, black, looks good with it. Holds 2 helmets, full helmet, so if you want a passenger, very important. You can take it off very simply by pushing this button. The Givey B47 monologue top case is $242. I installed the light kit in here, so when you brake, it'll blink. You just have to hook it up using inside here. It's in there. You just have to hook the connectors together, the blue wire to the gray, I think. And that integrated, that light kit is $76, and the backrest for a passenger here, it's just this foam pad that screws in, and it's smart if you have someone riding with you. And so it's multi-purpose here. That is $68. These handrails for more comfort for a passenger. A lot of guys have sport bikes but don't think about bringing a girl on it, so if you do, you want her to be comfortable, you need to do this anyway. Okay, not to mention this bike is a twin parallel. It can handle torque of 2 people, no problem. It's not an inline 4, so it actually has a good deep sound. It can give you real torque to commute, to tour, and all of that, and it's a great beginner track bike. These handrails, 150 I believe, yes, and they are needed to mount all of this other stuff. All of this stuff is pretty expensive, probably more than that. The Givey support brackets, yeah, that's this whole thing. That was $85 when I looked it up, so this whole piece and everything. Okay, let's go to the front. I got these little Renthal bar ends. Those are, I'm not sure, I'll come back to that. The handlebars though are 7/8 inch and they are Renthal and they're $63. I bring them up so it's more comfortable to ride. It's forward leaning but just the right amount. So it's not full on sport, it's not touring, it's a nice perfect amount if you want to go tour for long distances or, you know, still get an aggressive feel in it. But I made it more for comfort, you know, you want to be comfortable if you're going to do some distance at all. I'll give you the key to this, but it's this little thing you can put a long cable through to wire through your jacket. So if you want to leave your jacket on the bike, you route it through the sleeves, leave it on top of here, and then put it back to here and lock it so no one can take your gear. You don't have to carry it with you. Very smart thing to have. That I'm gonna include. That's $0 because I couldn't find it online anymore, but I'm not including that in the total price. Chain alignment tool. If you're going to adjust your own chain, you need this. Goes down the length of the chain and grips onto the rear end. That is $15? No, $14, sorry. Bike lift kit here, front and rear. You can lift up both wheels off the ground with this thing. I've done it many times. The rear wheel only if you want to adjust the chain or yourself. You need these things, and I'm giving it to you. That's $70 for these two. Tank pad, carbon fiber look, Pro Grip, that's about 15 bucks. I'm including the stock windscreen, which isn't this, but that's, I'm not factoring that into the total price. This is an aftermarket one that's much better, but I have the stock one in case you want a more low profile one. I installed a bar snake in here, which is a specific anti-vibration material in a tube that runs the length of the handlebar just to cut down on more vibration. Not easy to install. I did that for you. That was $42.95. Grip puppies for extra vibration reducing and a nice little bit wider grip, and these are $23. Just add an extra little bit of comfort there. These grips that the grip puppies would go over, these are still anti-vibration, and they just have a nice textured feel to them. Nice, they're anti-vibration material, some kind of EVA something. How much are those? $9. Oh, and the bar ends that I couldn't figure out before, those are $10, $9.95. So if the bike falls over, tips over, which is not a big deal, it'll hit these instead of damage to anything else. So it'll kind of keep your handlebars nice. New chain, this was like $250, brand new, like last summer. It's past the winter, so it's about a year ago. This bike has not been used, okay? So this chain is brand new. Look at that, okay? So I mean, that's basically it. That's like $250 right there. You're getting new tires and a new chain on this thing. Ram X mount. This is the most practical thing I think for holding any GPS or your phone. So like I said, you can use your phone as your GPS and keep it connected and hooked up and charged. So if you're going away on a long trip, how do you keep your phone charged? Well, you can do it using your bike and use it as a GPS and hook it up to an intercom into your helmet. It's awesome. This is the most universal best one I found. Comes with a RAM mount already installed, and that is $48. This aftermarket windscreen, good for touring, $100 I think I found it for, around there. This thing, and so it has a little slope up on it, and this MRA Extreme Touring clamp on variable windscreen spoiler blade. This thing you can adjust the height so it'll direct the wind perfectly. I find that on this bike, you don't want the wind blasting you straight in the chest. This thing sends the air straight up to like the top of my forehead, at the top of my helmet, and right over. It's the perfect height. But I can sit on this thing and my head's way up here, so the airflow directs over perfectly. I don't have a massive screen. It's just enough to clear it and to provide so much comfort when I'm commuting. Less vibration, less noise on the highway. It's just comfortable. This is a very low profile touring bike. Aftermarket MFW Vario Super Grip foot pegs. These things add a little grip so your shoe can stick and hang on to it easier. And believe it or not, if you see these notches in here, that is the X mount was 48. I said that. The Vario, this thing's 146, and this is $35, and this little piece here is 62. What this allows you to do is adjust it so you can have your foot further back or lower or higher to the right. So it basically now enables you to custom your riding position. Extremely important if you want to be comfortable. I got it on there already for you. You're not stuck in one position that doesn't fit your body. Wireless tire gauge. This thing is really cool. It's installed in both tires already, and see this thing, I just kind of looped it around here, but you can set it up different if you want. This thing will display the tire pressure for the front and the back. You're supposed to check it every time you ride. Instead of getting your hands greasy every time, you just look at this, and when you turn on the bike, this will turn on. You do have to change the batteries in them, so when you have the tires removed, you can put new batteries, or you might need to buy the new little piece that goes in there. But this thing works, and it's hooked up, rigged up already to the bike, so you just need to fix the battery, and then you don't have to get down on your hands and knees every time you want to use your bike. It's super, much better. You know what? I include that $0 in the price. I think this was like 80 bucks when I first got it, but oh, and it'll also tell you the temperature, but you don't need to do that anymore. So I didn't even include that in the total price. Extended mirrors, you can shorten it if you want, but these I find help you see further behind you, especially with the Givey bag on the back. You definitely want that. Does not look bad at all. And they just helped a lot. I got those because I felt I needed them. Those $23. So total price of all these upgraded parts is $3,568 for the upgrades. Okay, that's $3,500 for the upgrades. I spent as much as the bike on the upgrades. All right, so when I charge you for this bike, I'm charging you for whatever it costs now, completely stock, and whatever year model it is with the mileage. I'm not charging you for all those extra upgrades. If you go out and buy another bike, you're gonna wanna do all those upgrades. If you're gonna have a passenger of any kind, oh my God, I forgot something so important. My custom seat, $350. This is the most important thing on this bike, okay? Look at the size of the foam on it. I had it a little slit taken out in the middle, so it's not getting your privates in there. That's completely untouched, and it's using gel and multi-layers of foam in there. Okay, so if you want to do distance, you can do it. If you want to do a track bike, I've gone to the track once on this thing. You just lower the bars, take the bag off, and you're good to go. If you want, set the pegs because you can adjust them. If you want to go two-up commuting or touring, you can do that, no problem. This thing has tons of power. 650 parallel twin, purrs perfectly. I didn't even go over this other stuff. Jeez, these I'm giving away also these Revit zip pants if they're in your size. Also these battery heated gloves. Oh, why aren't these on the list? Okay, these are, yes, $192 for these. They're yours. They'll help you out in the winter. I'm going to give you the tender, the battery tender, to help you through the winter. You know, if you ever you're not going to use it in the winter or something, you can keep it charged. What else? Might even give away my Dani's boots. These are like $350, $330. These are Italian-made leather racing boots that you can actually walk around in comfortably. They have a special hinge to allow you to do that, but they have the protection and armor. They are awesome looking with a pair of jeans. You know, they look sleek, and they have the toe shift protector and heel protector, everything. They're great. Those are in a size 11. Anyway, so guys, that's the whole bike. I hope you enjoyed, and give me a call, 516-325-8064. My email, whatever's on Craigslist, use that. If not, my other email is costa226, COSTA226 @yahoo.com, and let me know. Thanks.